You're listening to Talkline with Zev Brenner, America's premier Jewish broadcast on the air since 1981.
And now, here's your host.
Welcome back to the program. I'm Zev Brenner from Israel. Live on the line with us right now is MDA Chief of Staff Uri Shacham, and joining us here from the States is Elie Rowe, the president of Hatzolah Air, and they've announced a historic partnership where they are working together. So, gentlemen, welcome to the program. Thank you for being part with us. Uri, I know you're a regular with the show with us, so I know you're always busy looking for different ways to incorporate new innovations. So tell us about the latest partnership between Magen David Adom in Israel and Hatzolah Air based here in the United States.
So, as you mentioned, this is the latest partnership, although Hatzolah Air and Magen David Adom has a long-lasting relationship. Nowadays, we are going up in the air for the people of Israel. It's a partnership that will upgrade the medevac services that is given by, for the last 15 years by Magen David Adom, with the expertise of Hatzolah Air in air flights or in medevacs, both in helicopters and in airplanes.
Well, it's nice. So, Elie, thank you for joining us. So what does this mean in practical terms? How does Hatzolah Air in America help MDA in Israel?
So it's actually beyond exciting. You know, we've done missions all across the world. Hatzolah Air itself is a pretty new organization since 2019. So we're almost 4 years old as Hatzolah Air. But as Hatzolah, as my colleague in Magen David Adom already said, I can think back to the Gulf War in 1991, where you're talking about 32 years ago, where we'd sent radios and worked with Magen David Adom. I myself was a commander of 3 teams that took Hatzolah members from across the world, and we ran together with Magen David Adom during the Iron Dome War, what they call Kipat Barzel, in Ofakim, Netivot, and Sderot, and worked together with them. And Hatzolah Air's aviation team that has been focused on all sorts of aerial rescues across the world, and we've been in more cities and countries than I can mention, is beyond excited to partner with Magen David Adom in bringing now helicopters to Israel that will be directly staffed and utilized and run by Magen David Adom's senior leadership and their entire aviation team, from equipment and medics. It's revolutionary, it's historic, and it's exciting. We're so delighted to help all the people of Israel.
I'm really excited to see about the partnership because we're all one people, and what happened in Israel affects us over here. And the fact that, Uri, this is not the only relationship you have. I believe you did some work in Florida too recently with Hatzolah-oriented organization. Am I correct, Uri?
Indeed, Magen David Adom has partnerships with many Hatzolah organizations in the United States. Recently, we introduced the state-of-the-art command and dispatch system to our colleagues in Hatzolah, South Florida. And as Elie mentioned, as Hatzolah teams assist Israel in times of need. And when there is a war in Israel, then we see Elie and his colleagues and our friends from Hatzolah, South Florida. Then when they are in need, then we are coming to them. And we had representatives from Magen David Adom after the disaster in Surfside. Following this, we partnered on technological issues, and now the same command and control dispatch developed by Magen David Adom in Israel is used for dispatching the Hatzolah South Florida in the neighborhood surrounding Florida. This is how, with this many years of partnership, we actually save lives both in Israel and in the United States.
Which is so important. Elie, you've been saving lives with Hatzolah Air. So tell us the premise behind Hatzolah Air, because people have been utilizing you, and tell us what kind of situations Hatzolah Air has been helping people.
So I can just tell you that Hatzolah Air doesn't have a limit. As we like to say, the sky is the limit. And we have a very, very, very deep, long relationship with Magen David Adom, where it has reached out to Hatzolah branches throughout the world and really partners with them, asks us how they can help us. We've worked with them. And Hatzolah Air is not a ground unit, does not want to be a ground unit of, there's so many fantastic ground units of Hatzolah. It really started in the late 1960s. 1969, Hatzolah started by somebody, Rabbi Herschel Weber in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. And it spread from Williamsburg to, first to the Lower East Side of Manhattan, and then Crown Heights, and then Borough Park and Flatbush. And my dad in 1977 started Hatzolah in Queens. And, in 1991, I founded the Advanced Life Support, the ALS division of Queens. And today, you can find Hatzolah branches really all over the world, South Africa and Australia. You've got Hatzolah divisions in Zurich and Antwerp and London. You've got a bunch of different Hatzolas in parts of throughout Israel and Europe and the Americas. It's just Mexico, and so incredible. Just 2 weeks ago, as an example, there was a lady whose ATV rolled over and crushed her on vacation in Panama. And so we flew over there and rescued her and brought her back. And just one by one, we've been doing this using fixed aircraft throughout the world. When Uri and his colleagues came and we discussed how we can further increase the aviation capabilities around the world to help more people, the opportunity came up to partner with them on bringing helicopters into Magen David Adom under the control of Magen David Adom, in partnership with the expertise we have in Hatzolah Air. And we are just so excited to be able to work together with the incredibly capable people of Magen David Adom, which will ultimately lead to saving more lives, which is what we're all about.
Uri, I love the idea and the concept you're partnering with groups, let's say in America, but how did it come about that you decided that this is what you're going to do? How did this get off the ground into the air?
Well, Magen David Adom is seeking for any possible way of arriving faster to people, and at the end of the day, this is what helps us in saving their lives. So we are operating motorcycles more than 20 years. We've been operating ambulances more than 90 years. We've been also operating helicopters for the last 15 years. But now we when we know Elie and his colleagues, we said, how can we do this better? And you do this better when you partner with people who are experts. When you partner with people that do this on a daily basis, not only that they have the capabilities and the capacities of operating the aircraft and the helicopter itself, but they also understand in how to incorporate the EMS, the emergency medical services, into it. So Hatzolah Air has the advantage, both the technical side and the professional side. And when Magen David Adom seek the way to upgrade the service, to make it a better service, to make it a faster service, we went for the best. And when you find out the best with an all-time partner, so what can be better? And I really hope that this is more than an opportunity. This is a hope that we bring for the Israeli people and for people around the world, because it's not only United States and Israel. It's also helping people in Ukraine, bringing people from Ukraine to Israel, which we did several months ago. So when you partner with the best, you get the best results.
Elie, that's true. I think you can fly people from anywhere to anywhere, right? That's what you've been doing all these years.
Well, we've done many. It's interesting. I'm just listening to your chat with Uri, and you mentioned Surfside. We flew the bodies that were recovered in Surfside. We flew for free to be able to bring them to New York or what they needed for burial. You mentioned Ukraine. We did many missions in and out of Ukraine to Israel and to other places for free to be able to take victims and Magen David Adom at all times was with us. We had some of their medics at different flights. They did their ground support. And it's interesting to note that Hatzolah Air works together with Hatzolah branches, and we get requests. Most of our requests come from Chabad houses and Hatzolah branches around the world. So when people are in distress anywhere in the world, we don't typically deal with them. We deal with a Hatzolah branch. I can't think of a larger Hatzolah division than Magen David Adom. I mean, think about what they are as a team. Yes, they're Israel based, but their reach is really today global. When the Hatzolah branches need help, they call Hatzolah Air when it's for something that's aviation related, and when it's anything that's disaster related or technology related, or frankly, any assistance that are needed. We don't work in a vacuum. We work together with each other. We support each other, and we're really here ultimately to help as many people around the world. We're all about the mission. It's we're totally mission driven, and we really become one team, one mission.
Anyway, thank you for all what you're doing. I love the idea of the partnership. And Uri, people want to help Magen David Adom. I know you have a very easy way for them to remember Red Star for Israel, right? That's where they can find it online.
Indeed. Red Star of Israel in the internet. And I think when you support Magen David Adom, you're not only supporting the organization itself, but you're also supporting partnerships like we are having now with Hatzolah Air, that really makes this world a safer place to live in, because there are two great organizations that take cares after you, regardless where you are, regardless who you are, and as long as you are in need, Hatzolah Air and Magen David Adom will be there for you.
Uri Shacham, MDA's Chief of Staff, Elie Rowe, President of Hatzolah Air. Thank you for being here with us, and thank you for your association and partnership. I love the idea. It means that you'll be saving lives. And by the way, it's redstarforisrael.org to get more information about all that MDA does. They do an excellent job 365 days a year. And it's just another way of partnering to make sure more and more lives are being saved. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Zev.
Thank you
Have a
very
great
much.
day.
You too.